I can hear you. I heard all the things you were saying about me before I joined.
Hello, Alyssa.
Oops, sorry, I was on mute. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
We're all here.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, and thank you very much, Chancellor, for your time.
Clearly, higher education in the world has changed a lot in the last 8 or 9 weeks. And as we think about our grant-making strategy, where should we put our focus? So
I think we're going to have more new normals in the next 10, 20 years.
We cannot just take what seems to be a conclusion and not consider other hypotheses. Why are particular groups in certain situations? And so it generated for me a real emphasis around not just looking at the data, but understanding the underlying premises and our own unconscious biases.
People who have transitioned to online learning opportunities are finding that some students progress so much faster than others.
I feel like our focus needs to be on students and student outcomes.
Does a student who's a dreamer need the same kind of supports that a student who is coming back from, Iraq needs, right?
I think on this mental health care too, I think that there's a lot of work to be done there that we're not going to have the capacity to do.
There's also need for college counseling and college advising so that students in this blended thing I'm talking about can stay on track for work.
I think that community college enrollments are going to go way up because they expect to transfer the transfer pathways. And this is where I think a funder could help.
How do we think about expanding those who know how many transfers they have, see transfers as an enrollment strategy, and see transfer student success as an equity strategy?
It's not that we need more reports and white papers but we need more accessible forms of data around transfers.
We would ask you to take at least one class in the school that you were going to go to, right? So that you could begin to visualize yourself in the four-year school you're going to transfer to. And the outcomes are very strong, actually, in some cases, better than native freshmen.
And that's why I'm also so focused on our being intentional about linking these students to careers and work. And I think we have an opportunity and a responsibility to help them bridge.
I think we ought to encourage and fund institutions to restructure degree programs to ensure that students achieve an industry-recognized credential.
Thinking of income support for leveraging new ways of delivering the post-secondary experience, such as a next-generation apprenticeship program where people don't have to worry about whether they will be able to pay the next semester's tuition and fees.
We spent hundreds of billions of dollars as a country on education, training, upskilling with the, and almost all of that, the intention is to, help people get, good first jobs or better jobs. Well, if that's the goal, why don't we start funding actually putting people in jobs?
I just saw a survey of 1,000 faculty. And what are they crying for? Where are the models? Where's the best of what we can do? They're crying for online pedagogy.
So you've got to speak the language of value. You've got to have curriculum that delivers value. You got to get more students to graduate. So that work really matters. And then I think we've got to get the message out to legislators, especially the funders of higher education.
If you do leadership development around powerful ideas, and then you create networks for those leaders to connect with each other, you can actually scale something without having to fund the replication.
I mean, without philanthropies, I don't know where we'd be for the last 4 years. And, philanthropy is taking longer views. So, it's thrilling to me to just, tell you these ideas.
Thank you, Peter, and thank all of you for the, your support to CUNY and to several campuses over time. And Peter said too, the chance to hear what you're thinking about helps me support the folks on my end who are thinking along with you and others, right? But also some of our blind spots.
this is a moment, I think, where they can really create something new and different coming on the other side of this. And what I fear is going to happen is, without any outside forces encouraging them, funding them, prodding them, is that they will be in firefighting mode and they will try to rebuild the house that they had before.